Listen up here. The restaurant industry is grueling and unpredictable, just like this show, from the front of the house to the back of the house and all in between. We will turn up the heat, you turn up the volume. I'm Chef Antonio Caruana. Welcome to the Tell All Podcast, The Burnt Hands Perspective.
This podcast contains explicit and potentially offensive material. You've been warned. Now buckle up, bitches. Let's go.
Listen up here. The restaurant industry is grueling and unpredictable, just like this show, from the front of the house to the back of the house and all in between. We will turn up the heat, you turn up the volume. I'm Chef Antonio Caruana. Welcome to the Tell All Podcast, The Burnt Hands Perspective. Boom. Listen to me right now. Here's the biggest question you have. Here's the biggest complaint most people have, and I have to deal with most of my staff all through our lives in this world, and this is what everybody wants to know, what's on your mind.
Everybody wants to know this.
What does everybody want to know?
What is one of the, so this is 5 things you need to know if you're going to date a chef.
Bullseye. So this is a big one, right? This is a big one because a lot of people don't understand this. They think they do, but they don't. And this works no matter if you're a female chef or a male chef. It doesn't matter what your fucking choices of orientation are.
Or kind of just anyone in the industry.
Doesn't matter.
Dating in the industry.
Dating within the industry. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If you are a chef
Okay.
and you want to date,
Okay.
or if you want to date someone who is a chef,
Okay.
this is for you. This is for you, baby.
The rules you need to know. This.
Yeah, I wouldn't call them rules. They're just things you have to understand.
It's just things you have to understand.
The hardest freaking thing for a chef or a cook or a line person in the kitchen is a relationship outside of that. It's always been that way. A lot of times, it's so misunderstood that a lot of people end up dating within the industry.
It happens a lot.
And that always works well until one of the people want to get out of the industry and then they want to have a family. Mm-hmm. And the one person stays in the industry. The only thing that helps with, though, is there's an understanding. So that does help, right? Because they were in the industry.
I think when you lay down the rules of it, but I think that there are a lot of, you kind of came up with this idea because there was a reel or a video you said that, someone was like, these are the 5 things you need to know if you date a chef.
Yeah, exactly. So
and you said it was kind of bullshit.
Yeah, so exactly. Said. That's why I got the idea for this
This topic.
This topic is because I read this and I saw this and I'm like, wait a minute, is that AI generated or something? Because all that right there is not real. That's not a problem. Those aren't real. So I'm thinking to myself, that's not even an issue. Those are just relationship goals. Those are relationship issues. That has nothing to do with being a chef.
No.
They're not even touching the basic topics of why it's hard to date a chef.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let's record one that actually makes sense. So you're right. Another person's reel of what they wrote is kind of my catapult for this.
It was the inspiration behind this chat today.
Because I'm like, no, that's wrong. People getting the wrong message right now.
Well,
so let's put the message out there.
You've been in the industry your whole life, coming from
my whole life.
literally high school.
Since I was in high school, and ever since I was dating or interested in females, started in a restaurant.
You were in a restaurant.
When I was crushing on the older waitresses when I was 14, washing dishes. You know what I mean? Looking at the 20-year-old, 21-year-olds getting ready to go out with their aqua net all up, their fish nets coming out the back.
Back in the
late 80s.
Early 90s. Yep.
These chicks were going for it. And I was 14, 15 years old, working back there, just scrubbing away, checking them out, looking around the corner. So it goes all the way back to then.
It does.
So I don't have relationships outside of the chef world, really. You know what I'm saying? So, yes. I got some experience for you.
Okay, all right. So let's delve into your experience.
First thing you need to know about dating a chef is it's not what you think it's going to be.
Okay, in what way?
Many.
Okay, so we can start with, you want to start with the schedule, how the schedule works, how it's not typical for a relationship, because you are working holidays, you're working nights.
Correct. So that's the first thing you need to understand is that when you're dating a chef, there's no schedule. Mm-hmm. This Tuesday afternoon, at 2:00 in the afternoon is going to be dinner time, or
that's date night,
or we're going to go out for a happy hour. If you have a day off on Tuesday, that day off's probably going to start around noon, right?
Once you sleep in
and catch up and wake up, right? And if you're going to be dating someone like that and you work during the afternoon, now it really starts at 3 or 4 when you get home from work.
Yeah.
Right? That chef hasn't got their shit together yet. They're still just trying to relax and enjoy their moment of zen for a minute, right? Now you have about 5 more hours in the day to get everything done you want to get done. If you're going to go out to eat, if you're going to go to the bar, if you're going to go hang out, if you're going to watch movies, go shopping, whatever you have.
Appointments.
Kids. You have to cram everything in.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunate. because our timing is different. So if you're going to date a chef, if you're going to be interested in a chef, you have to accept the fact that everything you know about a normal routine or a normal schedule is gone. It's gone. And this is 80% of the chefs. You'll have the country club chefs or the hospital chefs, or you'll have chefs that are work their way into a nice position. I'm not really talking about that. I'm talking about the day-to-day chefs / line cooks,
typical
saute cooks, cooks.
Yeah.
Period.
But that's that's kind of anybody in the industry. I mean, you're working 5, sometimes 6 nights a week. Your shift starts at 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
I would say it's anyone in the industry, but not really. It's not, because bartenders have 3-4 days off a week. Bartenders can get there at 3 o'clock. Chefs are there typically at 11 o'clock, and they're not leaving until 11 o'clock. First people.
So you're looking at like literally 12-hour shifts on average.
Mostly, yeah. I mean, if you're going to do it right, that's kind of how it is. It's unfortunate, but that's the way it is. And there's no way around it, because that's just with the demand of the industry, right? People come into this industry not understanding that. It's just a lot of freaking time. There's no holidays. There's no holidays. There are holidays for us, though. We look forward to it, right? We have a Valentine's Day coming up here. It's January now. We got February down the road. So I'm already preparing my menus and everything for that week. So if you're going to date a chef, doesn't matter your sex. If you're going to date a chef, you have to understand that you're probably going to have Valentine's Day the following Tuesday or the following Wednesday. Or hypothetically, whenever it's going to be.
Yep.
But you're not going to have Valentine's Day. It's going to be very rare for you to do.
Let's just say it's not a traditional.
It's not a traditional.
You're not going to have a traditional relationship in the sense of like, we're going to plan this on Friday and this on Saturday, and I can go away every weekend. And that does not happen.
So another thing is holidays, other holidays. Christmas Eve, huge for Italian restaurants, huge for most restaurants. Christmas Eve, you work. Christmas Day, typically you work. Thanksgiving, you will work.
A lot of places are open.
A lot of places are open. And all the other ones, forget about it. Those are the big ones that you're still working. So all those little ones you're going to miss. Yeah. Halloween. You want to go trick-or-treating with the kids. There's a good chance you might have to be with someone who's working. It's just the way it is. Yeah. It doesn't stop. The restaurant industry does not stop. Chefs do not stop cooking. So that's number 2.
Yeah. So you got to respect the kitchen, the schedule, because and in the list of priority, I mean, if you get called into work, like that takes precedence over everything else. So people can kind of feel like they've fallen to the wayside. Like,
of course, you're always going to feel second sometimes if you don't understand what we're trying to tell you. What I'm trying to tell you is this: you can have a really healthy relationship if you understand what it is you're getting into and agree to get into it and change your life too. Yeah. But if you're going to expect a chef to change their life, you need to leave that poor person alone, because there's nothing they can do about it. Now, you got to remember too, whenever the other person's significant other is at home in their ear talking about how they don't have time, you choose that over this and that over this, you got to remember that you got into this knowing this, for one, and you got to know that person is at work right now stewing, hurting, missing you, doesn't know what to do, trapped in their own skin again, and a lot of times they feel like they're up against the wall and they just give up, because it's not the first time this has happened. Yeah. A lot of chefs have lost a lot of really good people in their lives because of this, because of the lack of understanding by the opposing spouse, or whatever you want to call it, the opposing person. They didn't really understand what they were getting into. Chef knows what we're getting into. And shame on you chefs or kitchen people who don't explain your situation to the person properly, which I have been a victim of multiple times. Yeah. Because we get afraid, right? If we've done it so long that we know it's going to hurt now or later, because you're either going to tell them everything right up front now and they're going to pull away, which you don't want, or you're going to hope they can get it and they're going to pull away later. So the only time we really get a chance with you or a person or whatever is to, the other person is to take the moment while you're in it, right? So chefs alike, just like the people, you need to understand that you need to explain yourselves to these people as well. It's fair, right? That comes with maturity. Yeah. So that's a huge, huge step, is understanding and communicating when you're in a relationship with a chef. Both of you have to talk about it, because it always goes wrong if you don't, period.
Yeah, there has to be that. And if there's any trouble, it's going to get worse. So let's take that into the passion of cooking relating to the passion of like argument and confronting or confrontation in a relationship. Because in the kitchen, you're used to getting heated, using more, let's just say, like not
there's a lot of profanity, there's a lot of snapping, there's a lot of quick response, there's a lot of
it's more heated.
There's a lot of sorries after the fact. There's a lot of acceptability after the argument because we're so programmed to argue quick in the heat, get annoyed with each other, and then laugh it off
and
after
let it
service.
go. But so does that translate for you in relationships?
It used to.
Yeah.
It used to.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. It doesn't anymore because I'm in a position now in my chef career where I have a very good team and brigades underneath me. So I'm not in that heated moment, but I see it happening every night in my kitchen.
For them.
And I try and talk to them. Right. I can step away as the owner now and step away from an argument and not have to deal with it. But no, for the people that are in there, it's bad. And now it's even different now because here's the funny part. Now more than ever, female chefs are way more abundant than it used to be in the past. It used to be you'd have to tiptoe a little bit, but now the chefs who are females typically are very independent, they're very strong, they're very strong-minded, they're filthy mouthed just like us, and they retaliate and they come back at it. So if you're on the line working with a female and you're talking to each other, or a female's talking to a male like that, you do tend to take that energy home because you're still talking to a female, and that's even worse. So now you've even lost the sexuality part of it. Like, I shouldn't be talking to a woman like this, or I shouldn't be talking to a man like this. But you're programmed in the kitchen to be doing it so much that you're not even thinking of that now. Now it's programmed into you that there's not even a masculine, feminine differential here.
It's just all masculine.
It's all masculine all the time.
I can see that for female chefs because I think even in professions, I've been in where you do have to show up as the man all the time. For female chefs to turn that button off and then be with a partner at home who, if it is a man, has to be, okay, let me go back into this feminine role and let you take the lead or tell me what to do. They're not good at that.
Sure.
So I've seen that ruin
Right.
just as many relationships with people where they can't go back to that other side.
It's almost like the Lord of the Rings.
Them.
Right. It's almost like the Lord of the
so?
Rings. Because
How
when he got that little ring and he was holding on to it, he was a good little guy. He was a nice little guy. He had his little
started
bread.
out really sweet.
He had his big feet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He had his little
Frodo.
bread. Frodo. So Frodo was Frodoing nonstop. And then he got that ring and all of a sudden slowly it took him over, right? And slowly he was holding it. And that's the same thing. If a female or a male goes into the chef industry while they had a spouse or a significant other and they go to school, they get in the kitchen, slowly they're going to change. They're going to burn themselves now where they typically wouldn't swear or something in the kitchen. They're going to yell out, fuck, or where's the fucking towel? They're going to yell this stuff.
Yeah.
Now,
So they're turning into Gollum.
correct, right, and it's going to happen because it's just the way it is, and then that puts a lot of weight on a relationship too.
Yeah.
Is when you're at home and you don't typically do that, but when you're so used to being like that at work because that's how we are. The industry is heavy. It's just a lot going on. It's tense, right? So there's a lot of that going on. So you just got to be careful of that when you're dating a chef. You have to understand there's a lot more aggression. There's a lot more profanity. Working under pressure a lot. But the good news is also, when we have a moment, we take it. That's the next thing we need to talk about. Because this list might go further than 5.
It might go more than 5.
But for whoever's listening to it can agree, they can relate, they're gonna listen.
Let's just re-summarize this. There's a lot of topics.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go into that one first, and then I have another question.
All right, so you go into the fact of now when it's time to relax, we just want to sit down and relax sometimes. Sometimes if we're sitting there at a restaurant eating, and the bill comes, we may not want to get up so quick. We may not want to just run off and go there.
So you're saying savoring the moment.
Savoring the moment because we don't get to.
Yep.
We eat in our milk crates, leaning up against a low boy or something while people are prepping around us. We're eating out of a friggin' quart container. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? As fast as we can. So when we can actually sit down and enjoy the moment, which isn't often, we like to do that. So a lot of people make 5 to 10 plans in a day for someone, and it's like after plan 3, you're like, dude, I just want to have a beer and relax a little bit. Give me a break, You just got to understand that could be a thing too.
So you shouldn't take the, not as laziness, but as you need time to recalibrate.
Enjoy the moment.
You're not trying to be lazy or disrespectful, saying I don't want to go do all these things you planned today because
we have one day off today. We need to do all this. Well, we have one day off today, and I just want to be with you.
I just
that's you can look at your person and say that. That's what you have to say, and that's my advice to you. If you see somebody and you look at them, you have to look at them as a chef and say, look, I just want to spend time with you, or we can spend time together. That's what has to be done. So pay attention to that when you're out there.
Okay, that's a good one. Now let's get down to money. Let's talk about money.
Oh, money. What money?
So I think this is the other huge misconception about the restaurant business in general. Some of it, yes, is very lucrative, but when you're a chef, the amount of hours you work and the pay compared to other professions. I mean, it's kind of thankless in a lot of ways. Like you're not making, you're not out there making these huge six figures.
It's impossible.
Like,
so
that does not happen.
You can't make a lot of money when you're a chef, but you can make a really good living. The difference is there's a lot of hours and there's a lot of stuff, but our bodies are programmed to do it. And a lot of people are just so used to being there that their bodies, it's muscle memory. They go there all day and it's just part of the comfort zone. If you took that away from some people, they would complain that now they're complaining about there's not enough money because they think they could be doing more for more.
Other topics on money. So I think setting expectations that, you're kind of at a cap. Like it's not a profession that unless you're venturing out, starting your own product or building your brand, that it's kind of just like here. Like what you're going to make. You shouldn't expect, you're not Gordon Ramsay. Like not everybody's going to be a famous chef.
Well, no, it's not. And I think that is more about, since we're talking about dating, I think that relates back to if you're going to date a chef and you want to have a future with one, you have to understand that there's a thing there too. So it kind of limits, it does money. I don't know how much money has to do with dating.
I think it depends on the person, because some people, if they're like, I want this.
If they want a Gucci bag as a gift, they might be in trouble.
Yeah, you're not going to be on that.
Yeah,
level
you might be getting
all
that
the time.
TJ Maxx jank, which is fine.
It's totally fine. No one knows the difference.
Well, no one cares.
No one really cares.
Some people do.
Well, but you're probably not. If you're then going after a chef, it's probably just for the trophy of it, not really for the relationship of it.
Yeah, I guess because there's not much. Chef life is a hard life. It is. I don't know how much trophy there is to that, unless you're a celebrity chef, a famous chef, or an awarded chef, or your restaurants are really well known. There's a different story there.
Yeah.
Then you have a different opportunity, but that's business anyway. That doesn't have to do with being a chef anymore. That has to do with being business. So
I think every industry though has groupies. Like you have it in sports,
Maybe.
you have it in restaurants where they're either trying to bang the bartender or the chef or whatever. That happens.
Maybe
in
within the industry,
too,
within the industry for sure.
Yeah.
So I don't know how many people are going to. I'm not sure. I don't know that answer. But here's another tip if you want to move off of the money part, because I really don't have much to say about the money. The money's a tough one because we all work for different reasons, and most of it's to pay our bills and everything. But a lot of chefs are stuck in it just because that's where they're programmed to.
Well, how about this question? It kind of has to do with money, but being supportive as a partner. Because in the chef world, sometimes if you want to move up, you got to move. Or you got to move restaurants, or you got to move cities,
That's
right?
a fact, yeah. So you got to be able to do that. So even if a lot of good chefs have already ran through the gamut of the restaurants they're in, unless they own one or they're a long-term chef at one or the executive chef. But you didn't get to that position without having to be around and learning. You had to grow through the thing. So yeah, if you're going to date a chef and there's an opportunity that shows up in San Francisco, or maybe show up in Colorado, it could show up in Rhode Island. It doesn't matter, right? You may want to move to that, and you may have to lose a relationship, or that relationship may have to move with you.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it is. It's the only way you can progress in this world, in this life.
If you want to move, same with, news business is the same. You move from station to station,
Sure.
different states. It's definitely hard. Oh, there's one other one that we were going to talk about too, was just showing up.
Yeah.
Like to visit, like surprise visits, because I can tell you the bar side of this, so you do the chef side first.
Well, the chef side is this. If you just show up to visit, there's a good chance in time where first of all, we may not be able to go out and talk to you.
At all.
So it depends on when you show up. You have to really read the moment and understand your person's schedule, because if you're going to show up at 6 o'clock in the middle of the starting of the rush, and you expect the person to come and talk to you, then you're going to get mad because they can't.
Oh my God, I missed you. I love you.
I just want to give you a hug and kiss.
Oh
We can't leave the line. We're 15 tickets deep right now. We cannot go in the weeds here. So there's certain times that you're just going to get disappointed, right? And also, if the person does leave the line, you're just simply fucking up the line.
Well, you know
what I mean?
You're fucking up everybody else in the kitchen.
Right, because the guy or girl has to leave to go to this hug.
Or is it the partner or spouse, whatever, that does that shit so that they have a reason to be pissed at you? Because they come in and you didn't pay attention to me and you didn't even see me.
That could be it. It could be drama driven.
Trying.
Some people want to be toxic, I guess. But here's the other thing you got to understand is do not come to the fucking kitchen and do not come to the restaurant if you guys are fighting because you want to continue the fight or you want to make up at that moment. It's not the time, right?
Go away.
The chef is already working. They're already messed up in their head. They've already been listening to the Metallica in their headphones, and everything they're plating looks
Angry
like they're
chefing.
Yeah, it looks like they're mad at the fucking world.
They're over there.
Demi-glasses all smeared all over the place. Yeah, banging on shit.
Banging chicken.
Pounding chicken we don't even have on the menu, So it's things like that. So just stay out of it. Keep your personal life away and don't bring it into a chef's world at work.
Well, that's showing up, but I think, and just because it's a restaurant doesn't mean it's casual and you can just show up. It's still someone's job.
Yeah, right.
Like you wouldn't show up to an accountant's or a lawyer's,
Office, right.
the middle of a lawyer's presentation.
Kick your feet up on the
whatever,
desk and have a
be
sandwich.
like, yeah, grab it a drink and be like, hey, why don't you talk to me right now? Why aren't you paying attention to me
that's
right
true.
now? And a lot of people think because it's a more fluid profession and you're having quote unquote fun at work.
Well, that's the biggest thing is, and I have a rule at my restaurants. I have a rule. My staff cannot go back after work or during a shift or anything after the shift and sit at our bar and hang out with the customers and hang out with them. You need to leave. This is not that place. Mm-hmm. So if you meet a girl that you work with, or say you meet somebody at the bar, you're coming off, you meet a girl, she's at the bar. Here's a couple things that go wrong. Now you're going to be at the bar hanging out. Now it makes it okay for that girl to come here and talk to you at work, or a guy.
They feel that it's okay.
Or a guy.
Yeah.
Then something happens to you, you break up, we don't see that person again. So now we lost a customer.
You lost a customer.
So
yeah.
there's all kinds of things that go wrong with it. So if you're dating a chef or want to date a chef, let them go to work. They're not going to go to your work. If you're working at the shipyard doing a pipe fitting, no one's going to come through the shipyard with an ID, get up on the ship, and then sit there and hang out with you while you're working.
Hang out while you're working.
It's not allowed.
Yeah, it's
the
not.
restaurant it's not a free place.
But treating it like a profession, not just, not a job. It's a profession. And don't underestimate it, because that drives me crazy too, when people would say, I'm just a bartender, I'm just a cook, or I'm just no. You are actually like a vital part of the machine.
Of a machine. You're right. This is an industry, and you are in it. People look at the food service industry sometimes like that, and when you're dating a chef, some people will be like, "Well, he's just a chef," or no, it's not true. This guy or girl is a phenomenal artisan, and that's what they're doing. They're artisans,
and
they work, and they work hard, and they bust their ass.
Yeah.
Here's the next thing. Let's move down the list.
Okay.
Something else you need to know.
Okay.
As we can get into
wait,
next.
There's more.
Oh, there's way more. So. Here's one thing that everyone doesn't understand when they go to date a chef.
Okay.
Or they're interested in the chef.
What is it?
They don't want to cook for us.
Oh, at home, you mean?
Do you know fucking much that sucks? Can we talk about this, people? Do you know how much it sucks? Stop saying you don't want to cook for us. We want love too. We want to be cooked for. We want rice-a-roni. We want pork chops and shake and bake. We want a cheeseburger. We want fucking chicken tenders. We want all that stuff. Right? We want the meatloaf. We want the damn chop suey. We want goulash, and we want chicken pot pie. We want all that crap.
The basic home cooked meal.
Yes.
You're not expecting a Michelin fucking meal.
Fuck no, man. No. We work all day. We put this stuff out all day and night. I want to go get a steak.
Like a hot dog.
I want a hot dog. I want to eat off the grill. Everything doesn't have to be gourmet.
It doesn't.
I understand the
you hear it a lot.
The sentiment.
People are like, "Oh, you're married to a chef. That must be amazing because they cook for you all the time."
No.
That's really
not.
Well,
that's the next subject. Let's get to that in a minute.
Well, here we go.
So check it out.
we just opened the can.
Yeah, I'm telling you. So there's times that we just want a grilled cheese and tomato soup. We don't want to go out every night, every meal. Don't sell yourself short. If you can cook good, there is a chef waiting to bring you in. They want you. And if you fuck around and cook for them a couple times, love is in the air. It's over, baby. It's done. Because that's all we want. So all the people that think out there that I don't want to cook for you, you're a chef, I'm intimidated. I understand where that theory comes from, but I'm telling you right now, you are wrong. We don't care. We want to eat just regular food too. We want to be cooked for. You know what I'm saying? And we grew up same way you did.
Yeah.
We took our profession. We ate the same stuff. You know what I mean? We had the same stuff.
Yeah.
We had Chinese takeout. We had all that stuff coming up we look forward to.
I think people, we talk, and your perspective of it, it does surprise people when you have a simple palate for home food. You don't have the same palate when you're going to a restaurant as you do at home.
Yeah, no.
Yours is really different.
I like my palate. I like home cooked food. I like food. Don't get me wrong. I love great food.
Yeah.
There's a place for it. But great food is also in the home.
Which doesn't have to be crazy. It can just be, just like you said, just a box of
Cook someone a steak. Cook someone a steak, turn it into a steak sandwich later on in the night and see what the fuck will happen. Okay? Do that and see what happens.
See what happens. All right. So I guess some of the, we went through some of the fun stuff, but talking about, this was a funny one. Not to buy a chef. So if you're dating a chef and you're trying to look for gifts for them, What are, like we talked about knives, like things like don't try and impress. Like what should, let's do that. If you're dating a chef, what are the like best and worst gifts to give them?
Anything kitchen related.
Yeah.
Is a tough one unless you know specifically what they want.
Okay. Because
we all have our own little niche, and if you buy a $20 knife or a $400 chef knife, it doesn't matter because we all have our own what's the word? Ergonomics, right? Ergonomics in the hand of a knife. We all have our own thing.
The aerodynamics,
whatever you call it, right? So vocabulary, we're here for it.
Yep. Hey. So spelling is hard.
So we have our ways of liking things. We have our own knives. We have our way we like to lie on the knives. We have our own tongs. We have our own tweezers. We have our own thermometers. We all have our little thing. It's with us every single day. And sometimes people will try and buy us something or get us something, and it's like, yeah, cool. I'm gonna really like this lemon pither. You can get me a microplane, but the one I use is probably a different grade on it. You're not gonna like it. It's just not us. We know what we want. We know what we like. The only time I would suggest buying a gift for a chef is if you know exactly what they want and they specifically
you've had it in your cart on the store.
Yeah, you got to sneak in their Amazon cart or something and see what it is they're looking at.
See what they're actually looking at,
right,
and then you can actually
look in their knife roll and stuff like that. But typically, we like to get our own things. Sometimes shit will be gifted down, and that's a different story. But buying a chef something,
kitchen stuff.
I would buy I would avoid kitchen stuff myself because I know what I like. It's very hard to impress me because I've already got what I need, or I'll tell you what I like because I can't afford it, and then get them that. Ask them, what can I get you for your kitchen? They'll probably say, I'm all good.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm good. I have everything I need.
Yeah.
So best gifts to get, would that be more like experience or relaxation related versus trying to like overdo gifts and plan stuff for you?
Yes, dinner.
Just like an actual...
cook them dinner, take them to dinner, make them something.
Something nice.
Take them out to a show. A lot of chefs like shows. A lot of us don't get to do that. So make a date night around a show or a concert or something like that. Mm-hmm. That's pretty big for a lot of us. Zen, man. Just bring us Zen. That's all we want. A lot of people want Zen, not chaos,
Bring us peace.
Yeah, do some laundry or something for them. Do things that they can't do, that they don't want to waste their time doing when they're home. They want to relax. So bring Zen. That's the best gift you can give a chef is fucking Zen.
Peace and quiet. Peace and quiet.
Now, you asked me something a minute ago, and I said, we'll get to that.
Oh, yeah. We gotta backtrack now. We said the money, and then we were talking about the, oh my gosh, what did we say?
No, you said we were talking about what? I don't know. Well, let's move on.
Oh my gosh, we did. I guess we're trying to see if there's anything else. So we had kind of red flag, green flags that we can talk about. Getting, the schedule, jealousy, expecting you to quit or change your job. Have you ever had that happen?
I have not had someone expect me to quit, but they did expect me to pay more attention in times where I simply couldn't. And it's just a fact, Yeah. I have a lot more freedom now, but back when any chef were on a schedule, and we just can't. So a lot of times someone's friend's party will come up on a Saturday. I really want you to go with me. I can't. I'll meet you there after. You'll get there at 10 o'clock. Everybody will already be drunk. You'll show up. You'll try and get wasted. Then the fight happens because the other person's been wasted. It's too much. So it's hard. So I've had people that leave me because they just can't do it, or they find their way in someone else's arms or something while you're gone so much. It just happens that way, So dating a chef has a lot of things to it. They're amazing people. Usually they're big-hearted.
Very passionate.
Very passionate. We argue a lot because we're very passionate in what we do. That carries over to relationships in the home or outside of work. So there's a lot to it. Dating a chef takes a lot. The list was long. I'm sure anyone can add to it.
If you have anything that you think we missed, I would like to hear that because there's a lot of topics that even, we could probably, shift it in the industry in general. There's just a lot you need to understand. Before you go in and you think it's fun and it's cool and it's always a party, it is not a fucking party every day.
It's not a party at all.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of effort. It's a lot of schedule. It's just a lot.
And there's a lot of agony. The older we get, the older I get, the older we, standing up becomes painful, bending down becomes painful, burning your hands doesn't even hurt anymore. Your hands are so arthritic. that a burn doesn't even bother them.
Wow.
Because they cramp up. Sometimes we'll wake up in the morning and our hands won't move. You know what I mean? There's a lot to it. We're always cutting. We're always using knives. We're always doing pan work. There's never a time where our hands aren't moving on something, you know? And it's a very hands-on thing, and temperatures are different and vary. So a lot of stuff to it.
All right, well, cheers.
Good luck to you. If you're going to date a chef, good luck.
Good
Don't
luck.
say I didn't warn you.
May the force be with you.
All right.
All right.
Well, listen, ciao for now. Date a chef. Give one a hug. And if you don't want to date one, blow one. I don't know. Do something. Be nice. Just be nice. All right.
The list forms to the left. All right. Cheers.
Ciao.
Ciao for now.